So, what is one of the most difficult semesters you have had in college? And if you overcame it, and if you didn't, what did you learn from it? We will start with Jen.
Sure. So, one of the most difficult semesters I had was August of 2017. It's when I decided to totally like go full time in school, and I hadn't been full time in school in like maybe 12 or 13 years. And so it was really a big step in my like my academic journey to be able to make that commitment to a full time schedule. However, I one of my strengths is discipline. So it took a lot of discipline to just set my schedule and make sure that I was taking time to study and also keep my, like life. And so although it was super stressful, I was able to kind of just adjust. It took an adjustment through my whole life. Like I had to just adjust to everything. And with time, this is we're already in 2020, and I've taken a full-time semester ever since then. So it's really just helped me build like who I am in my academic journey right now.
Huda?
Like the hardest semester I had was my first semester actually, which was fall 2018. I went to early college like previously before I came to A&M, so I thought like I knew everything because I was like I already went through the whole college thing, and then I got cocky, and then it didn't I learned the hard way that you can come in expecting like like everything to be the same as it was before. Like things change, and you have to adjust with them, with the changes. And so I learned it the hard way, but I did learn like I had to like expect new change.
Andrew?
So it's gonna sound weird. By far, my hardest semester was also my favorite semester overall because, like I said, I'm really into like that idea of pushing yourself. Just that semester, a lot of things happened right towards the end, towards finals. I had to find a new place to live because my prior living arrangement kind of changed. I had a bunch of papers to write for my English degree. There was just a lot on my plate. And the way I overcame it is I wrote on a big sticky note and I put it directly in front of me at my desk, and it said, outwork your problems. And every time I would sit at my desk for hours a day and just work on these papers and study, because I just refused to let everything that was happening in my personal life affect school. And that was really that was actually the first semester where I got straight A's at Texas A&M. Every semester I had usually gotten at least 3.75 GPA, but I would always get one B. And it was that semester that I finally pushed it over the edge and got a 4.0. And it was because I just refused to let anything hold me back. And I'm really appreciative for that. That's why I say it's my best semester, because that really proved to me like who I really am as a person. And that's my biggest thing that I tell people is don't allow yourself to hold yourself back, because at the end of the day, if I would have failed that semester, anything that would happen, it would have been because of me holding myself back, not anything else.
Valeria?
I don't know when, like what year or semester, but I just remember like, I think it was probably last semester or 2 semesters ago. Anyways, I had changed my major, so I added a minor actually. So I had to take other courses such as like diversity courses that really pushed me to like engage in conversation and like difficult conversations. And I'm not so used to that. Like it's hard for me to like even express my own feelings, like how I am as a person, especially to others like that I don't even know. So, and the professor she was really nice. She would like engage in conversation, but like her essays were very like analytical. So you needed like really think through into like the paper, and she was really hard on grading. And it was just like, I was also taking like other courses. I was probably taking like 16 courses, credit hours, not courses, credit hours. and but that class really pushed me to get to know myself and my peers and like society as a whole. So I really appreciate those classes, and I'm taking some right now, and I really want to continue to take those just to learn a little bit more about other people and how they view things, and just it really changed my perspective and like college, university, and my whole life overall, and like how people actually do things and why they do things. So it was really hard for me to express and like engage in those conversations, but it really pushed me now. Like I realize how important it is, and how important it is, and how crucial it is to have conversation with like peers, but also like strangers. So even engaging with small talk with people that you don't know, it could you could really become like good friends, or good you could make a difference in their lives without you even knowing. So yeah.
Magda?
My most difficult semester was actually my last semester, so fall of 2019. I think that that was my most difficult semester, mostly because I didn't really realize how much stress I had put on myself throughout the semester. And it took like others telling me, like, hey, like you look like you're not okay, for me to think about how much stress like I had put on myself. I was taking on a lot more work than I realized, and maybe I got too confident because I'm a senior, and I thought like, oh, I got it under control. But I took on too many tasks, and wasn't taking care of myself. So I realized like, oh, you have to really take a step back, Magda. Like just because you're a senior, that doesn't mean that you can overwhelm yourself with stuff that you don't need. And you also have to sometimes, learn to like listen, because maybe you don't realize yourself how overwhelmed you're getting. And I'm really thankful for like others telling me like, hey, you're not being yourself. What's going on? A lot of it was also the fact that I was a senior. So I was thinking about how my last semester was going to go. I was planning for my future. So my winter break consisted of a lot of just reflecting and realizing that I need to calm down for my last semester, take it easy, and definitely like connect with like the people that reached out to me, because I was really appreciative of them telling me like, I know you say you're okay, but you looked a lot more stressed than what you really are, So sometimes it's just really being honest with yourself about how much you've taken on and how much you're not addressing.
Kafaya?
I want to say it was like fall 2017, and that was a really big adjustment for me, because I had to make like some serious life decisions for myself, and I also had to figure out like whether my career goal is what I really wanted to do. So I remember that semester, like maybe like the first 3 weeks of class, like I failed, like completely failed like my first 2 quizzes. And I had never failed anything before. I was like really, really upset. And so I didn't look at myself at first. I was like blaming the teachers. I was like, they suck. They don't know what they're doing. Like it's them, right? And so I wasn't sleeping. Like I was like at school like early in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. And I was at school really, really late at night. And I was just trying to like just make up for everything, like just make up so I can like get the grade that I wanted. And I think like the hardest thing for me was like I just needed to realize how to like approach certain classes. Like you can't just approach every class one way. You have to like, like some classes require you to do certain things, or like, I need to go get help and go to the tutoring center. I really don't know what this lecture was saying. Like, so I think that's what that semester, it was bad. Like I think I was just like in denial the entire semester, thinking like it was not me, like it was my teacher. But no, I just needed to look and be like, wow, you really need help, and you need to ask for help. So that was my hardest semester, because I had to like admit that I didn't study effectively. I mean, I still did well that semester, but I had to like process it.